She's been famous since she was 12 years old, and somehow, through 3 decades of fame, she's still managed to stay private. That's the real story of Natalie Portman. Now 45, still working, still choosing carefully, exactly the way she always has. Let's go back to the beginning. Born in Jerusalem in 1981, she moved to the U.S. as a child. At 10, a talent agent spotted her at a pizza restaurant, asked if she'd model. By 12, she was cast in Leon the Professional, a role that instantly changed her life. But here's what made her different from other child stars. She never let fame define her entirely. While filming the Star Wars prequels, arguably the biggest franchise on Earth, she was quietly applying to college under her real name, away from the spotlight. She got into Harvard and actually went, balancing psychology coursework with one of the most visible careers in the world. That choice said everything about who she was. Through the 2000s, she kept building. V for Vendetta, Closer, films with real range. Then, in 2010, came Black Swan, a performance so intense it earned her the Oscar. She'd trained for a year, pushed her body to genuine extremes. It remains one of the most acclaimed performances of her generation. She also received a Golden Globe and a BAFTA for that same role, cementing her reputation as one of the finest actresses of her time. Critics called it a career-defining transformation, one she approached with total dedication and discipline throughout. Around that same time, her personal life quietly shifted too. She met Benjamin Millepied on that very film set. They married in 2012, welcomed 2 children, Aleph and Amalia, over the following years. And, true to form, she kept that family almost entirely out of public view. No constant red carpet appearances with her kids, no oversharing online. She said plainly she doesn't think children belong in the spotlight of Hollywood at all. For over a decade, that quiet family life continued steadily. She kept working, too, directing her own films, producing, taking on layered, difficult roles. Then, in 2023, her private life became public in a way she never wanted. Reports surfaced of her husband's affair. The marriage that had felt so solid suddenly wasn't. She addressed it only once, briefly, telling one interviewer she had no desire to add to the story. By 2024, the divorce was finalized. For someone who'd spent decades protecting her privacy, it was a genuinely painful moment, playing out publicly. But, true to her nature, she didn't turn it into a public spectacle. She simply kept working, kept moving forward, quietly. She produced and starred in May-December, directed and produced steadily through her own company. In 2024, she served on the jury at the Cannes Film Festival, one of cinema's highest honors. And her personal life began a new chapter too. By 2025, she was in a relationship with French music producer Tanguy Destable. Then, in April 2026, at 44 years old, she announced she was expecting her 3rd child. She spoke about it with the same grounded honesty she's always shown, calling it a privilege, a miracle she doesn't take for granted. So here she is now, turning 45. Not disappeared, not retreated, still very much working, still choosing thoughtful roles, but also still exactly the person she's always been underneath the fame. Someone who valued an education most child stars never got the chance to pursue. Someone who kept her children's childhoods private on principle. Someone who faced heartbreak publicly and still refused to let it become a spectacle. That's the real story behind Natalie Portman at 45. Not a woman defined by scandal or reinvention, just someone who spent 3 decades quietly protecting what actually mattered to her the whole time. If Natalie Portman's story resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments below and hit subscribe for more real stories behind the icons who shaped a generation.